Welcome back to another episode of March Mad Hot Air Plays Outer Wilds. I guess I don't really have any particular plans for this run through. There's definitely some more stuff to see on Giant Steep, so that's probably where we're headed. In particular, the structure in orbit around Giant Steep seems like it might be worth investigating. But before we do anything else, let's check out our ship's log, because I'm pretty sure that after last episode, when we got to that like eye-shaped room beneath the surface, it'll have something to say about what we saw there. The ocean depths. The ocean is surprisingly calm beneath the current. Some sort of electrical field surrounds the planet's core. I passed through the electrical barrier and reached the coral forest at the planet's core. Coral forest, okay. That's what that was. Makes sense so far. The orbital probe cannon, the launch module, and the probe tracking module. Launch module. Looks heavily damaged. There's a huge breach in the glass viewport. Ah, yes, we did see that. We saw one of the rooms on the orbital probe cannon with a whole bunch of debris scattered around it. And then the probe tracking module. The orbital probe cannon has launched millions of probes. Okay, so that's confirmation there. The 9,318,54th probe located a deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. Okay, the statue in the probe tracking module automatically records each probe's trajectory and transmit the data to the Ash Twin project. Okay, so the probe finds the eye, probe sends the data from the eye to the probe tracking module, and then, or specifically the statue in it, and then that statue transmit the data to the Ash Twin project, which I guess kind of makes sense, because I guess it might make sense if some of these statues are like data preserves, and that like my mind is one of the is some of the data that's being preserved or something, and it's all going to this Ash Twin project. I found Nomai coordinates marking the location of the Eye of the Universe, right? And I guess it was kind of obsolete or unnecessary for me to write down the coordinates, because it does look like they have them right here. Okay, well that's certainly interesting. I'm also curious though what else we have in store. Let's see if we can get to... Let's actually get above the surface here. Not crash into our own moon would be ideal. Okay, now, where is Giant Steep? Oh, hey, look, the moon, the quantum moon is around Dark Bramble, so we have a chance to do the little maneuver I was hoping we would be able to do a couple of episodes ago. And as we line up, I'll explain a little bit more about that. Basically, the idea is the quantum moon moves to different planets within the solar system. And it stays in place when we're looking at it. But it moves if we go below the clouds. So the idea is, if we go to the quantum moon when it's orbiting the farthest planet out from the solar system, we'll be able to both look at the quantum moon and all the other places where the quantum moon could be, and like drop into the clouds, forcing the quantum moon to stay still. I've got to maneuver myself around it in such a way that I can see the rest of the planets, though. something. Okay, let's just make sure. Let's line ourselves up a little bit better first. Get a little bit of a closer vantage point here. Okay, one thing I wanted to do in the last episode when I went to the Quantum Moon was throw my scout at it and just see what's, if anything. Oh, it just fizzes out on me. All static. Okay, well, I suppose that's about as much as I could hope for. Now, let's just make sure. We're already around Dark Bramble, so I don't think we need to keep that in sight. But we got Giant Steep, the Twins, and what's his name? Broken Hollow. Okay, now's our chance. Now is our chance. Let's stay in sight. Stay in sight! Well, okay. It was worth a shot. Alright. Let's see. I'm not even sure if I lined up that correctly. Maybe I should wait to do that until I have a little bit of a better grasp on my piloting capabilities. What are we doing here? Okay, I accidentally triggered the autopilot. And I just completely blasted the planet I was headed to. Wait for this structure to come around again. Let's see if we can catch up to this baby. Okay, lock on, 0 velocity. Landing camera? Landing camera doesn't do anything, and I completely missed it. It's right there, though. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to do this. Oh! That kind of worked. Let me see if I can straighten myself out. Yeah, I think that worked out about as well as I could expect. Okay. Does want to drop me into this hole. There's nothing. Maybe I should have stayed a little bit misaligned last time. Although I don't think there's anything on this platform. Okay. We can just head straight down. Let's see what's down here. No water this time, which makes sense. Launch module. This is... Yeah, this is the one that's busted up. This is the room that's busted up. And I think we can even see the little crack in the window. And it won't let me access it. Okay. Let's see, what are you? Probe tracking module. Oh, and that's just gone. And that actually makes sense because it's in the core. So this thing broke apart, and then the, I guess the probe tracking module managed to make its way down into the coral forest in the core. Okay, so that leaves this one. What are you? I suppose there's no guarantee that the probe tracking module hasn't been in the coral forest for years. I think I kind of blitzed out there. I don't even know which... Excuse me, for just a moment. I'm just gonna see what we're getting into here, because I think I just completely spaced that out. What is this? Control module. Okay. A control module, a launch module, and a probe tracking module. Ah, sick music. Okay. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into here. Another one of these projection stones. And, oh, you know what? I think I've actually already been here. Not in person, but through projection stone. I think in the island with the concentric circles on it, where they built the orbital probe cannon, they had a projection stone area that projected me into this place. I think this was actually the first projection I saw. And now we actually can take this. Okay, this is for the launch module. Okay, so I'm only now getting, and I feel like I should have definitely noticed this before, but I think that they're designated by the number of these little hexagons. So I think they're connecting the launch module, which has 2 of these hexagons, to the control module, which has just 1, and then the probe tracking module, I assume, has 3. Okay. This is in here. Yeah, okay, so this is the launch module, right, that has the crack in the window. And it's just showing me the same thing again. It has no way to get into it. And, alright, let's put you there, see what happens. Avens, Malo, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Okay. Cassava tells me that he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting that we are not under any circumstances to go above. I see. And am I right to think that consequently we'll be ignoring that setting? I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest that we do. Oh dear, did they bust? These guys, I think, busted up the orbital probe cannon by setting their power settings too high. Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe, and a little bit more besides that, I'm guessing. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. I also was wondering, after seeing my last video, there was one of these Nomai was worried about the moral integrity of some of the crew, and I'm wondering if not only did they set the power too high, but they were planning on launching this at one of the other Nomai clans, like maybe one of the Nomai clans that was building the eye locator on our moon and the south pole of Broken Hollow. And I'm wondering if there was like a competition or a race to find the Eye of the Universe that these different rival factions were trying to get, or trying to find first. The thought of concluding our elders' curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Let's hope that increasing your heart's temperature is beneficial for your biology. Okay. We've seen that. We do have another projection stone here. Giant's Deep. Oh, this just puts us back in the construction yard. This little place with this is the place with the concentric circles that I was talking about, and the one that one of the Nomai was just talking about. Okay, this much I feel like makes sense. They're trying to build this thing, send it out to find the Eye of the Universe. They told them to have this power setting by a certain amount, and these guys decided to overshoot that amount, and as a consequence we got the breakup of the orbital probe cannon. Alright, let's see what they have to say. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. Yeah, problem with the proposed power source. So, I think we've seen this before. Indefinite hiatus. Yeah, this is definitely something I've seen before. I'm just having trouble reconciling this with what we've already seen, because we know that the probe fired like almost 10 million times. Between 9 and 10 million times, and one of them actually found it. So does this like precede the firing of the probe cannon? They're putting it on indefinite hiatus for now. So, okay. I'm wondering now if there was an improvement to the power source. that occurred that allowed them to actually fire this thing. So, like the orbital probe cannon was on standby until there was some sort of power surge. Or some sort of ability to harness that power that occurred. And then it went from standby to launching. I feel like that makes sense. Okay. So one of the things that I didn't quite gather, and right on time here, that sounds like this particular loop is ending, and along with this video, but it is nice to know that these projection stones seem to be two-way. So this this message is something I saw from the construction yard already. That I don't remember what the stone looked like, but there's a good chance that it led to this module, the control module, if I remember correctly, because the launch module is the one with the broken window. And then we can, from here, have the same message replay on the way back. I think that, lacking anything else better to do, I think I'm just going to set this down and enjoy the show of the exploding sun. That really is incredible. I accept my fate. And then we have this, and one of the things I was talking about last time is I'm wondering if what's going on here is that my mind is being stored by these masks. Stored as data in the Ash Twin project, because that seems to be the implication that I've gathered so far from what I've read. There's a lot of different theories here, and a lot of them could be right, could be wrong. I guess only time will tell. Till next episode.